Kia ora koutou. We thought we'd put out a short video just to engage with our parent community again, as the last year and the start of this year have been really problematic in getting ourselves together. So we thought we'd put a few ideas out there just to remind you of what the educative purpose of this environment is and how learning takes place. 21st century learning has been talked about for some time, and we're 21 years into 21st century, and it's interesting that we still consider education in the way it used to be viewed. If you look at this image, you'll see two columns. One column is school and one column is prison, and you can see that they relate really accurately together. That's because when they were designing schools, they needed a system that would control, and so they looked at the prison system, which had been operating for a lot longer than schooling, and decided to base it on that for no other reason than to control. It's been the same for a number of years. To change over time, we see that pretty much everyone changes with the times apart from schooling. Our role and our mission has always been to be ahead of the game and to use research to manage that change, to make decisions about that change. Most of us wouldn't attend a dentist that was using old technology, would go to a dentist with new technology. However, lots of us are quite comfortable with schooling that happened previous years, and what we know about learning is changing, and we need to be up with that, we need to be aware of that, and we need to respond to that. And I think COVID has taught us a lot about that. We need to be responsive, and we need to allow our students to deal in a world that is full of uncertainty. If your child is 5, they'll be graduating school in 2033. That's quite some way away, and if we consider the progress that's been made in the world recently, that image is an image of a driverless truck. The next image is an image of a 3D printed house. What does that mean for those industries, and what does it mean for what we have to do with our students? Our vision and values underpin all we do. We believe our students are going into what will be a very changeable world, and again, COVID has taught us that anything can happen and we need to be able to respond. So teaching our students beyond just literacy and numeracy is really important. Our values underpin a lot of what we do as well. The need for us to be innovative in what we do. Kids have access to information like never before, and we need to teach them how to use that, how to harness that, and how to gather the correct information. We want learning to be as authentic as possible so kids can see the connection between what they're doing in school and the real world. Really importantly, we believe in relationships. We need to know our students, we need to understand our students so we can impact them the best way we possibly can. And that relationship extends to the wider community as well. And this has been very problematic over the last year and a bit, as we haven't been able to engage with our parent community as we usually do. If you look at the research coming out of Business Roundtable and the World Economic Forum, you can see that the expectations in the workplace have changed. It's moved from advertising for literate and numerate people to problem solvers, team workers, those who can communicate, critically think, those who can analyse. And we believe that as well, and we believe that's a big role that we play in growing that. You'll hear your children's learning advisors talk about dispositions. This image shows the dispositions that we believe through research are really important to grow with our students. As they move from us to the secondary school, and they call them their Hobsonville habits, you'll see that they connect and they grow and they develop in their complexity. And so when your child comes home and has found the day difficult, talk to them about being resilient, talk to them about problem solving, talk to them about noticing what others are doing or questioning, understanding themselves. And that's a really important role you can play at home. Learning is complex, and we understand that. And as a parent, and I'm a parent, I've got three children. I shouldn't call them students, should I? I've got 3 children. And it can be difficult as a parent. And it can be difficult because we're doing things that are deliberately different than what you may have experienced at school. And we're doing them for the right reasons. We're doing them because we know for the majority of students, learning is very difficult. And learning can be incredibly boring, and we want school to be engaging because we know if we create lifelong learners now, they'll continue to be lifelong learners through their adult times. If you have questions, if you have concerns, check in with your learning advisors or come and see us in the office at any time.